How's my rolling.net?
So first things first, man, I want you to get the chance to tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see, man. Well, I'm David Weaver, man. I'm from a small town outside of Asheville, North Carolina, called Black Mountain. Fifth year here at Wake Forest. 6'10", 6'11", give or take, about 240. Play power forward or either center, wherever they need me to play.
At what age, man, did you really become serious about, taking it to the next level and becoming a college basketball player? Because everybody can call themselves a basketball player, but everybody ain't a college basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I've always had a passion for the game, but like, man, when I was smaller than everybody. Like growing up throughout high school. I mean, not high school, but middle school, and like, I don't know. I shot up to about 6'5" when I was like in eighth grade, and I was like,
Wow.
like I really might be able to play, college basketball somewhere because like the year before, I was running, the two guard. I was only like, 5'10", so much. I was playing the guard spot. So, and then I got up to my freshman year of high school, and I shot up to like 6'7", 6'8". And I was like, hey, my coach came to me. He's like, you got the size and you got the tools and athletic ability to play somewhere. And I was like, well, that's what I want to do. I just want to go ahead and make this a serious thing and commit myself fully. Ever since then, I've been a basketball player.
I feel that, man. That's what's up. I know it's probably one of them summers where you left school one size, came back to follow a faller. Everybody was looking at you like you took some steroids or something, man.
Yeah, they didn't know what was going on. The thing was, my mom, she was like, she had to worry about, getting clothes for me that whole summer. Cause like, everything she got me, I just outgrew. And all I did was sleep and eat. I was hungry all the time. It was crazy.
Feel that. It was a dream to one day become a college basketball player.
Yep.
Now you are one. How has life been since you become a college basketball player?
College basketball player, man, it's a completely different life than what people would think. I mean, growing up, people would always say, oh, man, I want to be like those guys, man. They have the life. I mean, and one aspect is the life, man. You get to travel and see places of the world people ain't never even thought of. I mean, you 18, 19 years old, you flying to L.A. for a game, or you going to the Bahamas and playing against guys down there, and getting to play in Cameron Indoor, going to the Smith Center. It's just crazy. It opens up so many doors and things like that. But on the flip side, though, it's hard because it's a full-time commitment. It's basically like a job. As soon as you get out of high school, you get thrown into an atmosphere where you're practicing 4 or 5 hours a day, plus on top of classes, and you got homework you got to do, tutoring, study halls, meetings, film. A lot of times I can leave my room at around 7 o'clock in the morning, and I may not even come back and see my room until about 10 o'clock at night. And that's the dark side that people really don't see about it. You don't get to go home for spring break. You don't get none of that. That's NCAA tournament time. Christmas breaks, you don't get to go home. Even though I'm only about an hour and a half away from home, I don't see my mom and dad for 3 or 4 months at a time. So that's a different aspect people don't really realize. But it's like living a dream, though. It is fun, though.
The realities of being a college basketball player rather than the fantasy of being a college basketball player. What's the biggest benefit, and then what's the biggest struggle that you dealt with thus far?
Let's see, I guess the biggest benefit is that you just get to network with so many people, and it opens up so many doors. Like playing college basketball is everybody, you can turn on ESPN and just people are watching you. And, you can just be walking down the street and you'll just meet somebody that you have never even seen their face before, but they've seen you just somewhere. They've heard your name being called out, maybe a highlight, or maybe catching again. Or maybe they've been an alumni from, 1950 or something like that, but they just know you. It opens up so many doors just by being there. And, that's something you never want to let go. One of the biggest struggles is just learning how to, manage your time. That's one thing you got to learn quick. And if you don't, you're not bound to fail, but it's just gonna make everything so much harder. And that was just one of the negatives. You just got to really, really be on top of your time management skills.
Know that one day it was a dream of becoming a college basketball player, and then it became a reality when you chose Wake Forest. But why did you choose Wake Forest out of all the many other colleges that you could have could have went to?
Man, it's just like Wake Forest just kind of like stood out to me. First of all, it's like it's real close to home. Like, I mean, I can be home. I can go down I-40. I can be home in an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I push it. But I mean, it's just like a small town community. I'm from a small town where everybody knows everybody. I went to a small high school. I mean, Wake Forest, I mean, most people have a false reality about Wake. They say, oh, man, it's a big D1 school. They got 20,000 people there. I mean, we only have maybe 3,900 undergrad. And I can walk around class, I know everybody. I walk around campus, I know everybody, even people working in the cafeteria all the way up to the administrators, you know everybody by name. And it's really like a homey feeling. And when I came in, I played 2 years under Skip Prosser. And, like, out of all the coaches that were coming to me saying I was the best thing since sliced bread, trying to get them to come to your schools, like, I mean, Coach just said he was very real. I mean, he's like, I can't promise you anything. I can't promise you that you'll come here and you'll, be all ACC. I can't promise you that you'll see the floor. But one thing I can promise you, and I'll stand by it, is that you will get your degree from here. And, I mean, that went a long way, especially with me and definitely my parents, because they value education ever since I was little. Yeah. And, I mean, that's what set Wake Forest so far apart from everybody, because, I mean, I could have went to a different school and maybe been starting off 4 years. And I don't know, maybe could be in the NBA right now, but do I have an education to show for it? I mean, that's what really meant most to me, and that's what stood out to me about Wake Forest.
That's what's up. But, education, that's one reason why you're there. But we also know that you playing the ball. So standing at 6'11", you're definitely a force to be reckoned with on both the defensive and the offensive side of the glass. So how do you continue to improve your game like each season?
I see, like in the summertime, it's like a big, time where you can commit yourself fully just to playing ball. You ain't got to worry about classes, really. I mean, aside from summer school, you be at home, you get to focus on just, what I try to focus on is just being more versatile. I mean, everyone knows that, anybody around 6'10", 6'11" can probably dunk the ball. They can block shots and all that and rebound, but it's kind of hard to just work on just dunking the ball all the time. So, I mean, I try to make myself more versatile by getting up a lot of mid-range jumpers and just, refining my touch around the basket. I mean, over this past summer, I've been in the gym so much that, I can shoot the balls, better than some of the guards on my team. I shoot threes, elbow jumpers, just trying to work on my overall game because I know I can dunk the ball. It's just some other things I got to work on,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's always good to have that X factor, that thing that people don't really anticipate you having. Because a lot of people anticipate you blocking the shot. They anticipate you, ducking the ball. So when you do it, they might give you that applause, but when you do something they don't expect you to do, like hitting that three, they went to the game, or hitting that elbow shot, like you said, that really drives it home. I definitely
and plus you got to look at the NBA nowadays. It's transformed and just guys, big lumbering guys that are down there 300 pounds like Shaq, and every time they get it, they just dunk it like crazy. I mean, you got to look at the guys that, they can step out. I mean, look at LeBron, 6'8", 6'9". I mean, he's supposed to be a typical big man, right? But nah, he's complete opposite. And you got tweener guys. Everybody in the league is 6'9", 6'10". They can pound the ball. I mean, they can dunk it. They can shoot the three, shoot the fadeaway. I mean, it's just a different world out there. And just a 6'10" guy that can just run back people down and just try to dunk every time, which is well and good, but ain't.
So I see how you're saying that you working on your game and whatnot, especially during the summertime. So once all the preparation is, not necessarily over and done with, but when it's time to get into the heat of the game, back-to-back games, are there any different activities and things that you do, like right before each game to get yourself ready?
Let's see, like, I'm really, really superstitious when it comes to, like, game day and stuff like that. I mean, I eat pretty much the same thing everywhere I go, whether it's on the road or at home. Typically, when we're here, we have, like, if we have a catered meal, I always eat a steak, and I always eat my salad. And if we have some kind of spaghetti, I always try to grab spaghetti. I don't know why. I think maybe because my mom makes it so well, it just stuck with me. And I've been doing it ever since high school. I always used to go to CC's Pizza and get spaghetti and pizza before every game. I don't know why. But besides that, just like in the locker room, Well, before I even get in the locker room, I always turn on some kind of Lil Wayne. It don't matter what it is.
I feel
put
that.
it on, put it in the sub